Hi, everybody. This is Carly, Live with Carly. I am here with my first cousins, first four female cousins of our Ward family. This is Monica up in the upper left here, and down below her is Miss Sabrina, and then Miss Liney down here underneath me. We are, well, actually, there's like two more girls under us, but they're like 10 years between the two.
20.
Yeah, more than
20.
that.
They're
Right.
like
So
early
it's
20s.
always, yeah, it's always been the four of us for so long, and then the two of them came. So I just wanted to talk to my sisters. It's been a long time when all four of us have been together because of one situation or another, and of course we're on COVID. So how are you guys doing today?
Doing
Doing great.
great.
Yes.
Fine.
Hey, we're doing good.
So what's new? How's everybody doing with the COVID virus and everything?
You go first, Monica.
Well, there's nothing new, obviously, because there's nothing to do. Um, I'm working from home now. I mean, I guess that's new.
That's a good thing.
Yes, but
Yes.
other than that, just trying to hang in there like everyone else.
Right. Monica, what do you do?
I am a senior service consultant for one of the largest mutual fund companies.
Okay. All right.
Mhm.
Awesome. So you're able to not have to go into the office every bright and early morning.
That's right.
How
I'm
about you,
loving it.
Sabrina? Hey, there you go. How about you, Sabrina?
I am working. I am homeschooling. I am the cafeteria lady about 2 or 3 times a day.
That's right.
But just trying to find the balance, and I think I'm doing an amazing job at it. But just adjusting to my new normal.
Right. Exactly. How about you, Lonnie?
Doing well. I'm in Pennsylvania. I am a vice president at a community college, the largest in Pennsylvania. I'm doing well. I have no complaints in light of the fact that I'm safe. Been working from home since mid-March. I don't have any children CBC, challenge by choice. I have no complaints. The stress that I feel comes from watching people die,
Yeah.
hearing the stories about people dying and getting sick. That's the part that causes me the most stress. But in terms of me personally, I have no complaints. I'm blessed. I am grateful for the people who are on the front line, so I don't have to be.
Right.
My family is safe. My parents, my husband, my sister, who is Sabrina. I have no complaints. Anything I could complain about would be just ungrateful. So
Right.
I'm blessed.
Right. That's good. That's good. Well, to everybody who's watching, we are first cousins. Our mothers are sisters, so we're kind of like connected in all ways. When I first came to Virginia, which is where all three of you are were born, um, I used to kind of, I guess you could say, my mom would drop me off in the morning at Lonnie and Sabrina's house and then pick me up in the afternoons. And on the weekends or the summers, I would be with Monica. So it's kind of like we all kind of had our own little secret, sisterhood outside of all the boys that are in our family. And I think it's 18 boys, isn't it?
It's 18 total. Of the 18 of us, 6 are girls, 12 are boys.
12. Okay. All right. Yeah. So I knew it was a lot of boys, but for some reason I had 18 in my head. So 18 was right. All right. So what's new? Talk to me.
New stuff. Well, my new jam is House Party, and I love it. One of my mentees told me about House Party. Carly, you have to get on with us. I love it. You got to be careful though, because so Kevin, my husband is in Virginia. I haven't seen him in 2 months. He told his boss was like, "Is your wife here?" And he was like, "I haven't seen my wife since February. It's like I saw you in March because you were here in March." So he kind of forgot.
Oh,
But I haven't seen him since mid-March. So we use House Party so you can see each other. I can see him, he can see me. We can play games, and I love it. But you
right.
got to be careful because people can slide in the house on you. My sister and I were on House Party one day, and we looked up, and our niece was there. She was like, "Hey!"
Hey, right, right. Well, you know what? I did download that. I did download the last time that we talked, but
I
I don't
loved
know when
it.
to get on. I'm
I
like a
loved it.
Martian.
I can see when people are on. I mean, it tells all your business. It
Tell
tells
all your
what's on.
business.
Yeah.
So do I have to like do like Facebook and Instagram and connect you guys to my house party, and then I'll know that you're
Yes.
all, okay.
Yes.
Y'all got like secret codes and stuff to your names? Because I know, Monica is Yaya in in Instagram.
Yaya 40 and fab.
See, I
And
can't.
for those of you
Oh my
who
goodness.
do not know, I became a Yaya at 40 years old.
Yes, she
And a
did.
Yaya is a grandmother.
Help us.
So
Girl, you look good to be a yaya.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
appreciate that.
How many grandbabies do you have?
3 now.
Two boys and a girl.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How's it going spoiling? Because grandparents and parents are totally different.
Yes, they are. So I love my grandchildren. I don't like my kids so much. I mean, I have to because they're mine, but I mean, it's just a different feeling when you have grandkids. You know, you just want to spoil them. You don't want to spank them. You know, you want to discipline your own children, but you don't want to discipline or spank your grandkids. You know, so what you say, Mom?
Jack them all up, kick the kids.
Whatever. No, I can't do that. I just,
So
they're my baby.
basically, they're the adult and you're the kid with the grandkids, right? Because they walk all over you. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm not saying that. but
okay.
no, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
But they probably get away with more things than my kids did initially. You know.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I never had to spank my kids. I just give them that.
Oh, okay.
Monica's like,
we can have that come to Jesus
I got
meeting
it.
if you want to.
Listen, I won't say it on live, but we'll talk later. Because like Khalil is like now 279 pounds, is 6'4".
Right.
So what do you think? I know he's grown, but sometimes, you got to.
Well, I mean, boys try you. I know that
Absolutely.
my oldest, he tried me once. I kind of had to do the,
Mhm.
really? That's what you gonna do?
Mhm.
Okay, don't do it. Don't do it, because
but it was only one time.
It was one time. I was like, your dad is 6'3", 250, baby. He didn't try me, so don't do it.
Mhm. Yeah, well,
Just because I'm little don't mean nothing.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
boys always try you. Girls,
do.
girls cry. Danielle
No.
Danielle was a
And
crier.
give you the mouth.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, Danielle used to go, like, what is that noise that you keep making when I call your name? And see, Sabrina, you're not at that point yet. How old is your oldest?
14.
Oh, well, maybe. I don't know.
No, that's not her personality.
She's very quiet.
Very quiet. I mean, she has her moments where she will kind of do like the little pout, but otherwise, I don't get the neck rolling and all of that.
Right.
Now, the 2-year-old asked me again in 4 more years.
Different personality, huh?
Oh my.
They're opposites.
Total.
Yeah. But
I
that's kind of like
I think their personalities. I think big girl is more like her mom and looks more like her mom, and baby girl, I think she has more of my look and my coloring, and I think her personality is probably more like mine.
With Jesus.
Because one of my Facebook friends, he's always talking about. I don't know if you saw what he posted recently, but every time he sees Avery's picture, like every time. I don't post about them often because I just love my nieces and they're my god girls too. He always says, she looks just like you did when you were a little girl. Because he grew up at Lambeth Point. He did it. He commented on them recently. So he always points out, and I think it's a coloring.
Yeah.
He always points out, because the baby looks like her dad, but he always points out how much she reminds him of me when I was a little girl.
Right. Well, nothing is as funny as our last conference call. I got to put it out there. Is when you like check one of our cousins. He was like, "Okay, guys, I'll see you later. I gotta go, eat with my kids." And my goodness, you were like, "Oh, well, no. either you guys gonna bring your food over here, or you gonna stay on this line. And the crazy thing about it was he stayed. I was just like, eh.
Right.
It was
It's like, go eat your food. She doesn't
Right.
tell you what to do. Go eat your food. And he's just like this.
right.
I was joking. So I was surprised when he
Like,
said,
what is she gonna do? Is she gonna jump through the computer? What's she gonna do? She's not gonna do anything. Go eat your food.
Go eat your food.
but I was joking. He totally said that. I'm like, that's kind of bizarre, but okay.
He did.
She sat right there smiling
He
the whole
sure did
time.
the whole time. And Monica was
Danny.
like, after about 10 minutes, Monica was like, did you really just stay? Because if it was me, I'd be like, bye, y'all.
Right.
I was
Well, we
like,
know. Cause we're doing Zoom. This chick is roaming the whole house. It's like
me?
a movie.
Yes.
Me?
Yes, ma'am.
That's you.
washing dishes, you up the
She all
stairs,
cooking.
down the stairs, you
He roaming the whole house.
Yeah, she was doing a tour. She's doing the Zoom tour.
what are you doing? Can you talk to us? And then she'll sit down and she'll look at us. And then she's off again. So where did Monica go? Where'd she go? I
But
need
you
to
know,
know.
I love that we're doing those Zooms. I'm thinking, why didn't we do those before?
Before.
The,
Right.
Right.
virus, the coronavirus, the global pandemic.
Yes.
I always say, how many times a day do you say global pandemic? All day.
She does. It's too
We
much.
should have been doing Zoom is not a new, I've been using Zoom professionally for like 3 years. Why didn't we do it before the global pandemic?
Well,
Correct.
you know what? This pandemic brought on a lot of different things for everybody. I think that the fact that we're all inside now, it's like, okay, so what do we do now?
Right.
Yeah, it was there, but we all had our own individual lives. Everybody was out and about, and not everybody was home. You know, I was home, but you guys had to go out and go to work or whatever. But so I think that it was just a matter of everybody's at home, and it's an opportunity for us to connect again. Because I mean, truth be told, I'm gonna put it out there, we're all nuts. So it's so much fun to have
Yes,
a whole
you too.
You are
family.
too.
Yes, you, Sabrina. Yes. Now, wait a minute. Sabrina is
Clutching
like
her pearls.
she's like, yeah, she got clutch her pearls. But look, Sabrina is quiet.
Here they are. Wait a minute.
But Sabrina is quiet, but she's hilarious when you get her started. Look, with you and that paper last meeting, round two, you were like, ding, ding, ding.
Because it was like every 10 minutes, somebody was going to fight. I'm like, let's do this. But come on, what's that?
When you broke out that paper, I couldn't help myself.
Oh,
I think I was in
wait.
tears. I could not help it. I was just like, this is just ridiculous. I enjoy it. I miss it. I really do.
And how about they had a whole text message about me, a whole trail about me under my nose. I didn't even know it. And I'm like, what's the phone beeping for? And I'm like, what kind of
But the funny
so
thing
big
is,
on nuts?
we're all laughing except for Monica and Kenny. Monica and Kenny are like talking all serious or whatever. The rest of us are laughing, and you.
And
over
I'm
there-
like
you're
eating,
like,
and I'm like, why is my phone going off? And I'm like,
we were having a ball. It was
talking
hilarious.
trash under my nose.
Because you were eating nuts like it was popcorn. I mean,
It was
And
a
the- and-
movie. I was like, it was like Netflix.
Whatever, Liney. But you know, it does feel good for us to all get together, because I've been thinking recently, you know, we used to be at grandma's house every Saturday playing
And most
spending time
Sundays.
together. Yeah.
right.
And we did that for most of our childhood,
right.
and it's like everyone has their own lives now. We don't see each other anymore. We were so close back
Right.
then, you know.
Right.
It was, you know, and it just feels good to be able to connect again
Right.
and see each other and laugh and joke like we used to, like when we were kids, you know. So
Well, the good thing about it is kind of like we all kind of pick up where we left off. So
Yes.
it's just kind of like, even though we were all in each other's faces when we were younger, even now when we're in our Zoom meeting, it's like we just pick up right where we left off, and it is so much fun. I
Yeah, it
definitely enjoy
is.
it. I definitely
It
enjoy it.
is.
But that's the good thing about all that's going on. And when we were saying we don't know why we didn't do this earlier, but the part about this, even despite the deaths and everything that's going on, this is something that we could definitely continue after this,
Right.
and, in addition to other things we've started doing, with being home and working from home, this is something we definitely need to continue doing.
Absolutely.
I
I
agree.
agree. I agree.
And we're
So,
doing it monthly through December, right?
Right. Yeah, I was just ready to say that. Lonnie went ahead and scheduled Zoom meeting. Was that the fourth Thursday? For
Yeah.
Every.
I
like
meet
that.
people and they don't, because I talk about my family a lot, and I meet people and they don't even know their grandparents. Like either they passed away before they were born, or they're estranged from them. And I tell people, from my mom's side, we were very close to our grandparents. My grandparents had 7 children. There were 16 grandchildren. Like I tell people, my first cousins are like my siblings.
Yeah.
Most of us grew up in right in the vicinity. So on Saturdays, we were there from morning until night.
Right.
And on Sundays, most Sundays too. So
Right.
like the weekend. And we found that to be the most normal thing for us. So when I meet people and they don't have those experiences, I feel really blessed, because you'd be surprised at people who, and they are totally enamored. When I talk about our family, they're like, really? I said, oh yeah. And I said, we played games on the front porch, and my grandparents would be watching us with pride. Grandmama and granddaddy loved us.
Right.
They loved being with us. We knew we were loved. And they just had a look of pride about it. I think grandma and granddaddy were like you, Monica. They loved us and more than they loved their kids. They were great parents, but they really enjoyed us. I always felt loved by them.
Grandparents, right? Exactly. Yeah. So I think, and I'll go first because I'm getting ready to ask each one of you our fondest memory of either each of our grandparents or both of our grandparents, or one or the other. And I think that my fondest memory, and I'm going to go with Granddaddy, was when I first started coming to Virginia. Granddaddy had an accent, and so everybody understood what he said, and everybody would laugh. And I feel like I'm out of the joke. I'm like, what did he say? I don't understand, because he talked so fast and he had the little accent going, and I was just like, I want to be in a joke. What did he say? Help me. But I think that summer that I got to work with him at his store, because Granddaddy had a lot of jobs. He loved to work. He was a worker. And that summer I got to work in his store was the most important to me, because I got to know him in a different light. And I got to understand him a lot better. So now when he started talking and everything, I'll be like, yeah, I got it now. I know what he's saying. Yeah, and I know what he's saying. So that was probably my fondest memory of Granddaddy, is just working with him and getting to know him on a more personal level, instead of like a whole bunch of us together. Because there's group Granddaddy, and then there's individual personal Granddaddy. And he was absolutely amazing man. So how about you guys?
Well, I'll say, well, of course I love my granddaddy, but one memory was not a memory, but it was during a time in my life. I was, when I was pregnant with Kyrie, and as you stated, grandma and granddaddy, they looked at us with so much pride. So when we broke the news to grandma that I was pregnant, which was actually after my high school graduation.
Was it really?
It was, because, we didn't have big time graduation parties like they do now, because it was expected that, oh, you're gonna graduate and what we partying about. So my mom got some KFC chicken and everybody came to the house and we just broke the news to grandma.
Right.
And you know, I mean, all of you all know that I had gestational diabetes and high blood pressure at 18 years old when I was carrying my first child. And I had to be hospitalized, and I was in the hospital for about a month, 3 weeks before my son was born and a week after. And my parents worked. My dad, you know, was a barber. My mother was a teacher. She had to go to work. My daddy had to go to work. And grandma would come to the hospital every day and sit with me. And she might nod, she might crochet,
Right.
you know, but she was there with me. And
Did
she
Granddaddy brought her?
no, Alfred did. Granddaddy had
Okay.
passed away by then.
Oh, good. Gotcha. Okay.
And Alfred would bring her, and she would sit with me every single day. She never made me feel she never made me feel bad for
Right.
being in the situation that I was in. She was very supportive. When my mother couldn't be there, because y'all know I'm a crybaby. I was in the hospital, boo-hooing, crying every day. My mom would probably tell grandma, and grandma would get Alfred to drop her off. She would be there all day. Then when my mom would get there, she would take her home, or either Alfred would come back and pick her up in the afternoon when my mom got there.
Right.
But it just, you know, made me feel good that she didn't make me feel bad about myself, about the situation that I was in. I mean, I still moved on, persevered, graduated from college, but I did have that support from them instead of
That's right.
them looking down on me.
That's right.
So.
That's right. Well, they were both supportive at all times.
Mhm.
All times. That's
Yeah.
one of the things that people like gravitated to them, was because they were always
Yes.
giving, and they were always loving, and they were always supporting, and it was it was a requirement for us to be there for morning prayer on Sunday. And if you weren't there, you better tell Granddaddy a good reason why you're not there, because prayer was very, very, very important to our grandparents, and that's how they showed us love. So absolutely. That's good, Monica. That's good. I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah.
That's special. That's
Mhm.
not fair. All right. Who's next? Sabrina.
I'll go. Mine isn't as touching as Monica's, but my sister is always saying that she's surprised that I can read, because I was always going to the doctor's office, always missing school because I was sick, and I was. And still am. I'm a mama's girl, and so if my mom stayed home from work, then all of a sudden I had some type of ailment, and I had to stay home with her, because I just wanted to be with her all the time.
Right.
And so one day I was sick at school, and my mom was at work that day, so I guess I was kind of really sick, but probably not sick enough to go home. But I guess the nurse was just like, "Let me get her out of here." You know, because I visited the nurse's office on a regular basis. She knew my name. I was just always in there trying to like get out and go home.
Wow.
And so nobody could pick me up but grandma and granddaddy. And so grandma didn't drive. So
Right.
both of them had to come to the school, sign me out at the office. And I'm just like, wait a minute, isn't this easy? Can I just say, hey, I'm sick, and grandma and granddaddy would come get me? So I went to their house. I was there the rest of the day. Grandma fixed me something to eat.
Cheater.
And anything I
Cheater.
wanted,
Cheater.
sitting back. So I was just like, you know what? I think this is gonna work for me. You know? And so I did it. I did it again after that. I was just like, okay, I'm sick, you know, grandma and granddaddy, y'all gotta hook me up again. They can hook me up again. But yes, I can read. This is my 21st year in education. 21st year in education. So I went on to become an English teacher and marine specialist. So I do know how to read.
Yeah.
But at one point, I was just trying to get out
It's a
of going to school.
I mean, rotten. Can we say rotten?
Yes.
It's a wonder she can. I'm just like, you're a miracle, because that chick always wanted to be out of school. But she was, my mom was a little stalker, and her 10-year-old is that way with her.
I have my own stalker now. I'm just like, oh my God. If I did this for Mom, I'm sorry. I apologize.
Her arm all up under her, want to sleep in the bed with her. It was
bad. No, it's not all. It is stalker material.
Well, you know, Dondre was the same way. He's older now, but he was the same way. You know, he's like a clutch baby right on my leg for a long time. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I can't say anything about that, Sabrina. I got you. All right,
I was so glad she was born though, because she's the baby. So I'm the middle. So it's a lot of advantages, but I'm glad that she was born because my mama can dote on her as a baby. So thank you, sister. What I really love about grandma and granddaddy is how affectionate they always were in front of us. Yeah. They would kiss all the time. Now, as a 49-year-old, I look back and I'm like, how wonderful was it that we saw that example of Black love? But it's time like, oh, but you know, they would kiss and we would like laugh like, oh my God. But when I look at it now through the lens of a 49-year-old, we saw as girls how a Black man treats a Black woman and what we should expect, because they were very affectionate towards one another throughout their marriage. They were married for decades until Granddaddy died. So I love that. So of course, y'all know I'm the oldest granddaughter.
Of course.
Of the 6. I was named for my grandmother, both of my grandmothers. Liney is my paternal grandmother's first name, and Uriah is my maternal grandmother's first name. So I spent a lot of time with grandma. Y'all know that Granddaddy worked at night, so she was scared to be in the house. So I was usually the one who would go spend the night with her. And I really enjoyed it because we would be sit back, kick back, propped up on the pillows at night, watching TV, snacks. So I spent a lot of time with grandma, it was so good. Grandmama, she always was well kept. I never saw grandma not hooked up. So Monica, you really get from grandma.
Oh yeah.
That's your gift.
Grandma always had her hair done, her face.
You remind me of that. Grandma was always, hair was laid, makeup. So that's you, Monica. Like that's the legacy. But I always supported Granddaddy and Grandma were there. Every play at church, school plays, they were there. When I got braces, they would take me to my monthly orthodontic appointments because my mama worked. And they just did it. And they looked forward to it. Yeah. Never did I feel like they were like, oh, here we go again, taking this shit. Never. They love being with their grandkids.
Right. Yes.
So we were fortunate to have that. It really is storybook, not perfect, but really storybook. A lot of people don't know that there are Black families that had strong patriarchs and matriarchs the way that we grew up. It was our norm.
Right.
And I'm like, as I get older, I'm like, you know what? Like, we were so blessed. A lot of my friends did not have that growing up.
Right. Well, I think that I say it all the time is we have a blessed family because of them. And I don't think, we really have had a lot of trauma, a lot of death, and a lot, as soon as a lot of families that you hear, people dying at 25, 30 and stuff like that. So that the blessings and the prayers that they gave out, I trust that came from our grandparents. And even though I'm, going through what I'm going through, I still smile because I know that our grandparents prayed for each and every single one of us. It didn't matter how many grandkids, great grandkids, and all that. They prayed for each and every single one of us, starting with our parents on down. So we're all blessed in so many ways. So none of us should even say, well, oh my God, everything's just happening. I just can't. There is a blessing somewhere, and we just have to look on it and just smile and know that Granddaddy and Grandma always had us covered. We're always covered.
So,
yeah.
I remember we had a family reunion, and this was probably 10 years ago now, and one of our aunts, our second oldest aunt, Monica's mom is our oldest of the 7, and my mom is a 3rd, and your mom, Carla, is the 4th, right? Mm-hmm. So the second one. She said something in the family reunion, and I was like, wow. She said, because none of our even though out of 18 of us, the boys are 12 of them. Thank God, with all that's happened with Black males, as you said, Carla, we've never lost one of them. Like, and I never want to ever have to get a call about one of my cousins or my brother. So we're very blessed because that's very unusual.
Right.
But our second aunt said, we pray for you even when you don't know it, and even when you're not praying for yourselves.
That's right.
Their prayers, as the 7 of them, with one being deceased now, our Uncle Alfred,
Right.
their prayers have covered us. And she said that, and I truly do believe that.
Right.
I started with our grandparents because they were raised to pray and to be active in church. But I do believe the prayers of our parents sustain and cover us as first cousins and siblings.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. And it trickles down to our kids, our grandkids. Well, I don't have any grandkids, but Monica and Kenny and all the, the grandkids do we have any great ones? Great grandkids? Yet? Great grandkids. No?
Yeah, my brother has grandkids. So
right. Yes.
yeah, they're great grands. My mom has great grands.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, even then, I mean, they're all covered, and they didn't even have a name at that particular time. They're still covered because we're all descendants from 2 great people that just trickle down to their kids, trickle down to us, and just it keeps going. So yeah, I love it. I feel honored.
And we're good people too. Like when I think about our family, we have our issues, but we're good people. We come from good stock. We have a solid foundation on morals and values. And again, there's some crappy people out there. We've done well as a family.
Right, right. Well, Aunt Elaine, she's listening to us. She said, I do pray for you all every day. Love you dearly.
Hey, Auntie.
Hey, love you. Don't forget those good genes, Lonnie.
Oh. Girl. Okay, let's tell our ages.
Okay, all
let's
right.
Tell our ages.
I'm
49.
No. No.
Y'all want to say our ages?
I'm 48 years old.
How old are you, sister?
Will be 45 in a couple of weeks.
And
girl,
I am in
good.
between.
You know, black don't crack.
I'm in between. Look, I'm gonna tell you what. I still get carded by taking my kid to high school.
That's my whole point. We should brag about that because black don't crack.
I mean, security guard was like, "Okay, I'm gonna need you to go to class, dude." Okay, first of all, I haven't been to class in 20 years, and I'm not about to go right now. Okay, it's not gonna happen.
Oh, let me shut up because you said you're not gonna tell
I said over 20 years.
Oh, you better add a decade to that
years. Okay, so I was like, I pulled my hat up. Not happening. Sorry, not gonna. He was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Yeah, moving along.
It's a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Absolutely.
It is. It is. I mean, I was checking Darius in one time, and the girl behind me, she was like, "This line is just taking so long. How long is it going to take for us to get to class?" I was like, "She talking to me?" So I just played along because I didn't want to, make her feel bad or what's up. I was like, "Well, you never know." And Darius was kind of like, "Why, Ma? You can go. You can leave."
I love it. And our mamas don't look their ages.
Not at all. Not at all.
And our uncle / cousin, he does not look his age.
Look, Elaine says she's still 39.
Auntie, you look good for your age, girl.
Yes, she does.
Auntie looks good for her age.
She does. They all do. I mean, I just look at all of them, and sometimes I feel like I'm older than my parents because my body's just not working with me. And I pick on my mom because sometimes when we go to the store, she'll pick up the big water and just toss it in the basket, and people are going, "Ma'am, can we help you?" She's like, "No, I got it." And she's picking it up, and here I am. I'm coming. I got my little scooter going. I was like, this is really bad when my mom, she's my mom, and they're doing it and they look good. It's just I actually feel bad. I mean, my mother is younger than I am. my mom is younger than me, so it's amazing just to see how they just are still, going and thriving and just I mean, it's amazing just to see them because they still look to me. I don't know about you guys, but they still look like themselves when we were like teenagers running around getting in trouble. They still look like themselves. So I love it because I look forward to being their age and still look good, honey.
When I had Cameron, my oldest grandson, and my mother used to, I'm not going to say babysit him, but I mean, yeah, everyone knows I have an issue with punctuality. So my mother would whatever.
No.
Hey, so listen, so my mom would meet me at work and pick my grandson up and take him back to her house. And a young lady was like, excuse me, who's that lady that you meet out in the parking lot every morning?
Right.
I said, it's my mother. And you know me, I'm on the deep, like, okay, why?
Right.
She was like, well, I think she taught me in the fifth grade.
Wow.
And it was another girl that works with me, and she said the same thing. She was like, I've seen her in the parking lot. So it's about 3 of my mother's students that saw her in the parking lot, and they knew it was her. They all say that she still looks the same, and it's just funny to me. I tell her all the time, I say, so-and-so asked about you, and amazingly, she remembers some of her students still, so.
Yeah, they look amazing.
They all do look.
They do. They look amazing, and I love it because I know that we're descendants of them.
So that's what we have.
Look, not that I'm bragging or anything.
Yeah,
but
we should brag. And of course, our favorite pastime as children would be to grade auntie's papers. She was a teacher. We love grading her papers.
Speak for yourself.
I was raised. I didn't like grading papers.
I was like, yes, we love grading her papers. That was our jam.
No, me and Monica wanted to go outside.
I love grading papers. Loved it.
Anything with grade papers.
That was probably some child labor law she wrote back in the day. Called Popo. But we loved it.
Would you try to get paid now? I mean, it's a little late.
Checking off the answer. Here's the answer key. Check it off. Love grading her papers.
We did it.
Nah.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Look, that's when I acted like Sabrina. I was like, oh, I don't feel
Oh, sad.
I think I have a fever. Yep.
I feel
no,
faint.
Don't touch me. Well.
Yeah, but it's one of those deals where we definitely need to appreciate and be proud of our ages. I had a coworker, she turned 30 and she cried all day at work. And I'm just looking at her like, why? There are people, and I told her, I said, there are people who wish that they made it to 30. I'm gonna need you to wipe your face. Yeah. Like seriously, it was bad. She was boo-hooing. And I just didn't get it. And I wasn't 30 at the time, but still, I was like, when I turn 30, I promise you, I'm not going to shed a tear. If anything, tears of joy to say thank you for letting me see another year. But there are people who struggle with getting older, and if I make it to the age that our parents are, I'm good with it. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely good with it because there are people who cannot say the same.
That's right. Yeah, I think that. I appreciate every day. I do. And I have a new fondness for pain. Because when, we were teenagers, I used to think, hurting my arm or hurting this and hurting that was pain. So I kind of look at things a little differently. And I think that everybody should look at life as a blessing in itself. Just waking up every single morning is an absolute blessing for each and every single one of us. So I'm thankful just for that. I'm thankful for my boys. I call Danielle my daughter niece, and I know that you guys are thankful for your kids, your husbands, and grandkids and all of that. Oh, stop it. Look, hold up now. Look, I do more kicking to the curb than you do.
Like, I got you. Go ahead.
I got more kicking to the curb than you do. You know, hey, she said earlier, you know, we had granddaddy that set that example. When they don't do right.
You gotta go.
Here's your walking papers. Thank you for coming out. Have a nice day. Jesus, ain't got time for that. Yeah, right. Gotta go. All right, next. You gonna try it? Look. But yeah, I mean, I love being in the Ward family. That's just first cousins. I don't know. I enjoyed it, and even though you guys spent more time together, even when we were younger, it's just going to Virginia. We're going to Virginia. Ooh, okay, let's go. When we leaving? I'm ready to go.
Love when you would come
Let's
to
go.
Virginia.
I was a little hyper and a little, you know, excited because I just like hanging with you guys. You guys were kind of, oh, we lost Sabrina. You guys were different from, you know, my little atmosphere of going to Catholic school, and your music to me was different because I hadn't heard that type of music until I started coming to Virginia. I was like, ooh, Virginia music. And then I realized it's just not Virginia music. It's, you know, that's
Right.
it's called R&B.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Hey. But see, it was a different world, so it was exciting to me. So I enjoyed coming. Then when we moved, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know about that. But when I got there, I definitely, you know, I was good. I was good. 'Cause you guys made it easier and better for me because, you know, we were like the four. You know, you guys had my back. You know, I had your back. We were just there. You know, even though we had the boys.
Earlier, we're more like sisters than we are
That's right.
cousins.
That's
So,
right.
I mean,
That's right.
I don't have any siblings, but I mean, my mother didn't have any kids, but you all are my sisters. So,
right.
and I
That's
love
right.
you.
I
Yes.
love you too.
That's right.
You back?
Hey.
I'm back.
We lost you for a second,
You know, and I
but
just,
yeah.
what happened? Where'd they go? Okay, fine.
Well, we were just talking about how we think of each other more as sisters than just cousins because, you know, we always had each other back. And to this day, I know that I can call each and every one of you, and, you know, your listening ear, you got my back. If I say, you know, oh, my dog's sick, will you listen to me talk about my dog? You may not care about my dog, but at least you listen. You know what I'm saying? So I love our unity and everything. And even though our boy cousins, they act like they're like our supervisors. I mean, even if they're younger than us, oh my God, it's just like I have a nation of bodyguards. It's just like, oh my goodness. I went out, I'm gonna have to tell you guys this because I don't think you guys know, but I went out with James, Terry, and Kenny. And we were in Georgia, I believe. And they would like take turns. Like they would go out on the dance floor and start dancing, you know, two of them, but one of them would stand there with me. And I don't know which one it was. I was like, I mean, can I go dance? And then he would start dancing with me. I was like, I don't want to dance with you. I don't want to dance with some. I mean, you guys are having fun. He was, nah, every step you take is gonna be right here. I'm like, really? Really? That's how we gonna do? Okay. All right. I mean, and they even the younger ones, even our boy cousins that are younger, they're just like our nation of bodyguards. Elaine said more like dads. Yeah, they're that too.
Mhm. They're protective.
Yeah, they are.
And when they would bring their
super
girlfriends
duper.
around, we'd be like, let me check out this chick. Remember
Right.
the four of us, when they would bring their girlfriends on, we'd be like,
Terrible.
okay, let's see. All right, you ain't gonna like it, or we like her.
No, but they do that to us too. They do
Oh,
that to
yeah.
us too. That's why bringing a male around our boy cousins is just don't even.
Side-eye.
Well, they never ran any of mine away.
Did you want them to?
I mean, that doesn't matter. They didn't try.
You probably needed to.
Okay.
It probably needed to. We
Right.
needed to look. We needed to listen at that.
Yes.
So, yeah, but yeah, like my brother says, my youngest one, Brian, he's just like, I'm still looking for your husband. I know where he is. You want to know where he is? I'll let you know. He's not. I'll find him. Like, dude, we've been divorced. Dondre is 15. Subtract 13 years. We've been divorced 13 years, and you're still looking for him.
Was he too when you were divorced?
Yes, when the divorce went through, but we got separated. He was actually conceived while we were separated. Put it that way. So yeah, yep, 13 years. 13 wonderful years.
Yeah,
Whoop, whoop.
it is okay.
It is
Look,
okay.
If my husband sees the video, let me just clarify the dance move. It's not for you, baby. It's for my cousins and my sister.
That's right. that
So
is right.
I'm happily married, almost 24 years in July. So the dance moves for my cousin.
Yeah, support. That's
Unity.
that support, girl. That's that.
Right.
Yeah.
Divorce
Hey.
disco.
I mean,
Bye, Felicia.
well, like, bye, Philip.
Y'all crazy.
Well, no, I think that is great that you guys found the perfect significant other.
I ain't say all that.
I mean, for you.
He's
I
perfect.
didn't
Yeah,
say he was
absolutely.
perfect. I just said, he's perfect for you. And just for me, I recognize, yeah, that's not the direction I want to go in. Sign right here, we're good.
We're gonna
I
practice.
mean, that's it. That's it.
She like this.
Right. I tried to talk over that. So as you pointed out, I mean, if looks could kill, we would all drop dead. It's okay. But we love you, Monica.
Yeah, we do. How long y'all been married, Monica?
17 years.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's good.
Well, it's my second rodeo.
it's okay. What's the point?
It's still good.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They're the people that didn't make it past 7 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, no, I'm happy with how my life is. Everybody's doing, their own different things, and everybody, has their own situation that fits them. And for right now, my focus is, different than, what anybody else's walk would be, and that doesn't include a lot of drama. There's a word.
Shenanigans
Too
and
old for it.
tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So peace and serenity. Yeah. So I'm glad. I am wonderful. That's good. So anything else you guys want to share before I ask my question of the day?
Go for it.
You ready? All right. Who's going first?
I want to know what the question is first. You're not about to set me up, Carla.
It's a 7.
Okay. First of all.
You gotta stay
All right.
ready.
So it's not like I didn't send you the questions, Monica. But I will start with someone else. So Brina, how about this? What is your top 3 on your bucket list of things to do or places to go? Let's do places to go. If
Places
the
to
COVID
go.
virus wasn't an issue, what is
Right.
your top
I
3?
know. Number 1, I would say would be Hawaii. I've always said that.
Really? That's
Very-
my first.
Yes.
It's mine too.
Is it really?
Okay, do we need to go together? Cousins trip.
I want to go for my wedding anniversary, my 25th one next year.
Right. That's
Lord.
not what Brina
That
said.
is not what I said, friend.
We don't want to go to Hawaii.
Right, we
on
love
your
Kevin,
wedding
but-
anniversary.
You ain't going with us.
I know. That's why I said it needs to be us.
Now, how you gonna say you want to go to Hawaii on your wedding anniversary, but you're not gonna take him?
I'll do 2 weeks there. One with y'all, one with him.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay. We'll take that. We'll
Hawaii.
take that.
Paris and
Ooh.
Italy.
Really?
Yes.
Why Italy?
I don't know. It just seems so beautiful, and I just want to, I guess, try that authentic spaghetti.
Okay. Okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
just
I
try
like
some authentic food over there.
that. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Lonnie,
all about
you're
food.
next.
Hawaii was first.
Mhm.
I want to go to Africa, maybe South Africa. And I got to be careful. I got to wait until, someone's out of office because I might not be able to get back into my own country.
Can't.
Not
I
calling any
can't do
names.
this with you.
And the third one, Vegas. I
Really?
laugh because when I'm talking at work, I'll say we're in Vegas. My team is like, have you ever been to Vegas? No,
Like,
but I talk about it all the time. So,
Oh, I would so go to Vegas. I'll take you to Vegas. I've been
That's cool.
twice. I would still go to Vegas with you.
yeah, we
You've
can do
been
Vegas
twice.
together too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Monica Na. You're next.
I don't want to go anywhere.
Oh my God.
I don't like to travel.
Pretend.
No.
He's like our mama. Our mama's
I
like
see.
that.
I
Yeah.
see.
Well, I've been on a cruise and it was 7 days and I was so ready to come
Yeah.
home.
Girl, I
Yeah.
love a cruise.
It was too long. I was
Oh.
like,
Love a cruise.
ever go on a cruise again, it can only be no longer than 5 days.
5 days. Yeah,
That's
5
a
days
T.
is my limit.
Mhm.
No, I did 7 days on my first cruise, and I was sick as a dog after 5 days. I was so over
Well, I
it.
wasn't sick as a dog. I was just ready
I
to come
was.
home because I was
I was
tired of
ready.
being out there.
Done.
And I have been to Vegas, which when I went to Vegas, I visited Heidi. So
That's
she's
right.
over there. Yeah. But I'm not much of a traveler. I mean, I have no desire to. I mean, if you all want to go on a cousin's trip, I will go. I'll be
All right.
happy
All right,
to
so
go.
we're shipping to Hawaii, so you pack your bags and we're
We should
ready to go
plan
to
for
Hawaii.
that.
Yes.
Okay.
So
we should
I am
do
so
that.
serious. I am so serious.
Yes, yes.
But you know what I've always wanted to do, and I've never done it, and that's around 4th of July time, the Essence Festival. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to go there.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'll say there, yeah.
Mhm.
That's,
I want
that's
to
a
go
good
there
one.
too.
I've never
Yeah.
been to that either.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. That's good. Well, my 3 are obviously Hawaii. We already talked about that. Brazil,
Mhm.
and I honestly don't know what my third would be, but definitely somewhere tropical.
Hmm.
I'm a beach girl. I love being at the beach. So even though I'm
Yeah.
allergic to the sun,
Oh, I know. Me too. I break out awful.
it's just crazy. But
know.
I'm a beach girl. I love being there. I put a hat on and cover up and all that good stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's me.
Cool.
I don't like that. My
Why?
baby boy was 5 years old before he went to the beach, and I live in Virginia Beach.
Don't tell nobody else.
And do you know the first words that came out of his mouth?
Beach.
No. I mean, when he was on the beach, guess what he said? And he was 5.
What did he say?
Look at all these butt naked women.
Well,
Because he had never
At
been to
5?
the beach.
that's
At
He
all
had
right.
never been to the beach before. No. They look naked to him.
No pool. You hadn't gone to the pool.
No. No.
He was not
No,
a water
because
kid.
I don't know. Mm-mm. I was in 3 feet of water one time, and my ex-husband pulled me down in the pool, and I thought I was drowning. All I had to do was stand up.
3 feet.
I thought I was drowning.
3 feet.
I was in 3 feet of water.
How old were you?
I had both of my kids.
How
And
And
tall
she
were
was
you?
married. She
Look,
was
look,
a
hold
grown
up, hold up. How tall are you?
5'6".
Tall enough, grown enough.
Okay. Okay. What did you say? Tall enough, grown
Shut
enough.
up, little girl.
45.
That's hilarious. Well, no, my first experience, I think I was 5, and my dad, I was on the side of the pool. My dad threw me in. He's like, "You will swim." So
Oh, no.
I had to learn how to swim. I like being in the water.
I mean, I took lessons, but I never learned. I mean, you know, of course.
Well, obviously your lessons didn't work if you think you're
No.
drowning in 3 feet
I
of
was
water as a
afraid.
grown woman.
I was afraid.
Was he holding your head down?
No, he just pulled me down in the water. I mean, he let me go, but of course I'm fighting. I'm like, oh my God, I'm drowning, you know?
Oh my God.
It's the sharks. It's the sharks.
Ugh, it was terrible. And first of all, you know, I don't like messing my hair up. That's the first thing.
I was just ready to say that's the crust of your problem right there.
That was what it
She
was.
was like, my hair. Oh my goodness, I'm drowning. It's my hair. No, honey. No, baby. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all
That's why
right.
she was fighting them.
And
Drowning
Elaine said,
first,
that
drowning
she
second.
is joining the Cousins Club when it's travel time. So
Who was that?
Elaine said she's
Oh, you
officially,
can go with us, Auntie.
she says she's officially a first cousin as
You
of
can
this
come with
point.
us.
You know, look, I call her worldwide because you never know where she's gonna be. You know,
Right.
I love it. She living her best
loves-
life, as
Yes,
she
she
should.
is. Yes, she is, and I love it. I'm all for it. So, Auntie, yes, you are invited. We love to have fun with you. So, yes, ma'am. So, well, thank you, ladies. I so appreciate it. It's always a joy to talk to you guys. Everyone, this is Carly with Live with Carly with my first female cousins, Monica, Lainey, and Sabrina. And thank you guys so much for taking out of your time. I know you got to get back to your families and everything, but thank you so much for allowing me to interview you guys and let everyone in on our special family.
Thank you for having
Thank you for
us.
the
Yes,
opportunity.
thank you.
Appreciate it.
Love you all.
Love you
You
too.
too.
Love you all. Love you too, Auntie, if you're still listening.
Yes, love you.